Hello everyone and welcome to a new edition of Buburuza Productions TV.
I'm John.
And I'm Bogdan.
And we're here now with episode 4, specifically talking today about how to find your ideal customer.
It's very important when you start your business to know who your customer is.
Oh, it's vital, absolutely. We know that our customer will be different from that of another business.
Right.
And it's your business is going to determine who your ideal customer is. And that's just something you've got to work out. You've got to write it out, imagine it, figure out who that ideal customer is, and scope it out on paper. We put it directly into our business plan as part of the process of identifying who it is we are and who it is we're trying to serve.
And it's really depending on the products or services you offer.
Totally.
It could be business to business or regular customers. Each business has its own clients and different needs.
What we did was we just did an exercise of imagining, and we wrote down in our business plan, and Bogdan has a copy of it, exactly who is our ideal customer. And if you don't mind, we'll go through it.
Okay, so let's start with the first point. Our customer is a mid-level manager involved with marketing and or art direction in a mid-sized company or organization.
And I think the real key words for us on this one are that it's a mid-sized company. We know that we would love to work with a mom and pop store or the people who are just starting out with a small business working out of their garage. They just can't afford the kind of material that we need to survive.
But they are not.
They're not going to
clients.
maintain our business.
Absolutely.
And we know that we're not quite ready to go work for the Fortune 500s that have whole giant teams. We can't put together a truck filled with talent and hairstylists and great huge equipment with cranes and everything. That person within that company is a mid-manager. It's not going to be the owner of the company.
Our customer is not too young, as they tend to only seek equally young contractors.
I mean, I'm 57 years old. Bogdan is
25.
25. And what we have found that there are a lot of really great, ambitious people out there, very, very young. They're just starting out. They're full of great ideas and great talent. They tend to think that we're over the hill. I'm not going to take that personally. And I'm happy to work with young folks, but my guess is our customer is not going to be the very, very young.
Another point on the list is our customer is responsible for an annual budget and knows what type of content and look is required.
So yeah, this person has a budget, and this person knows the parameters of what he or she can spend. They have done this before. They aren't going to just sit and dream about, oh, this would be a great idea. That ain't going to happen. This is somebody who has a budget, is a professional, and knows the quality of work that they can expect for that kind of money.
Our customer is professional and makes decisions about what to buy quickly.
They're going to decide, and we have to be good looking enough to them in what we can offer and at what price point. Because they're going to decide very quickly and they're going to move on.
Our customer, he or she, is accustomed to buy stock images and video clips, but frustrated that the quality and content is inadequate to his/her needs. What does that mean?
They know what they can get from stock. Where we come in is when somebody runs out of images in stock. They're not getting the look they want. They're sick of the white background, big smiling white teeth, or lack of diversity, or just the kind of stock flavor. When they're dissatisfied with that, they know they can't afford a big production. So they're frustrated, and that's the niche market we're going after. People who could go to stock, but for some reason don't want to go to stock, and we're going to fill that gap. And we have to do it. They probably realize they're going to spend a little more, but they're going to get exactly what they want. And that's kind of the market we're after.
And I have to say, once you customize these things for your company, you tend to look much, much better.
Oh, absolutely.
Because that image with a white background and a smiley face You can see it probably in 100 magazines around the world.
Exactly, exactly. And there is a big movement now that people are wanting stock photography that doesn't look like stock photography.
Right.
Yeah.
Let's go to the next bullet point. Our customer knows quality, but does not command the budget needed to compete with big firms.
So this is a person who knows what is good.
Mm-hmm.
They know they can't afford to run with the big dogs, but they are not going to sacrifice their own professional standing or their own tastes
Mm-hmm.
by taking something that's less than professional.
Mm-hmm.
So we have to be quick, we have to be attractive, but we have to bring a high level of product because their image is on the line
Absolutely.
at their job if they're not producing. So this has to be a good experience for them, and that means it has to be a high quality because our customer knows good quality.
Mm-hmm. Our customer is looking for short contract work and needs to know that there is a possibility for repeat business when it is needed.
Yeah, and that's the life of a freelancer, right?
Right.
I mean, we know that these folks are not going to hire us on full time. We really don't want them to. We kind of like the freedom.
And especially when working with artists, everybody is different, and at some point in your business marketing plan, you want to change something. And that's fair and normal.
And we understand that you're not committing a lot to us, but we are going to be around and available, and we understand what you're looking for and can repeat the quality of the product that we're giving. So yeah, we're around. We're still here. We're going to be there next time you need us, but we realize that you're not going to make a huge commitment to us as far as gigs. You know, you'll call us when you need us.
Our customer is not particularly loyal as to our product, but needs a guarantee of excellence, expertise, and experience.
But more than likely, our customer is not going to be so loyal to us that they won't look at other photographers or they won't look at other videographers because
it's life.
Something new will come along. Somebody will come along who's better than us or different from us, and we have to realize, and won't hurt our feelings, that our customer is going to be constantly looking at other photographers as well. So we don't expect that kind of loyalty. But what will be expected is that we're always good on time and provide the best quality.
The last bullet point here is our customer is familiar with technology, uses social media, and shares and seeks recommendations with her network of colleagues.
These are people who know how to use computers. This is where they live and work. That means we have to be there as well. We've got to be on all those sites. We need to be in all those.
You have to build a presence on everything.
Everything. We have to live in their world. And we have to also know that, like many other creatives, they're going to get most of their recommendations from their peers, from people they know, not from our marketing.
The people they trust.
Right. And so we have to go into that with our eyes wide open, that we have to build upon those referrals. That's what's going to get us from client to client to client. And so we have to build that in, knowing that about our customer as well.
And once you figure this out, then you need to find them. And that's another story that we talk about in the
That'll be
future
our next episode, the actual how in the world do you find these people now that you know who they are. Send some comments. Let us know what you think. Let us know the problems you've run into, whether or not you think that based on the business we've described, we're looking for the right customer. We'd love to know your comments and your recommendations to us.
Subscribe.
Please subscribe.
Remember to check our website to know more.
Where would that be?
Right here, as usual. And check our website and learn more about us.
Yeah, we'll see you next time.
Bye-bye, and thank you for watching.
Bye.